Okay, Rebecca, I know we've had a chance to kind of introduce ourselves and chat a little bit, and then we talked about the informed consent. Do you have any questions about that?
No, no, that was pretty clear. I'm okay
Okay.
with that.
All right, so we're going to, we talked about doing an assessment. That's the next part. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Some of them we might just go straight through one after another. Some of them we're going to just stop. We're going to chat for a while. If anything comes up that you want to talk about, we don't have to stick to the plan.
Okay.
And this is something that might take us a couple of sessions, but this information is important for me to get a whole picture of you and what's going on in your life, so that I can just understand where you're coming from and understand your viewpoint on things. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So, give me just a second here. Sorry. I just want to ask you just a few questions about your current physical and mental health, and this is just totally how you view yourself and what you know to be true for you. Okay? All right. So would you say that your physical health is generally good?
Yeah, I'm good health.
Okay. Do you have any significant health concerns right now? Anything major going on?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
And as far as your past physical health, have you had any major things come up, or is generally your health been good, or?
Yeah, pretty much good. Occasional cold or whatever. But,
Okay, yeah.
Nothing serious.
Flu during flu season?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And as far as your mental health goes, your take on your situation, are you in pretty decent shape right now?
Well, yeah, but I've been really stressed out.
Okay.
Really stressed out recently.
And are you experiencing like any type of anxiety, or what kinds of, when you say stressed out, what are you experiencing like mentally and physically?
Well, I'm worried about my grades at school.
Okay.
I attend RSU, Rocket Science University, and I'm finishing up my second year there.
Okay.
Always wanted to be a rocket scientist ever since I was little.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I always got good grades in my undergrad, and then I applied to RSU. But I'm worried about my grades now. So when I was accepted, they said it was my 4.0 GPA that got me in.
Okay.
And that I did the rocket scientist aptitude test, and the scores, they said, were the best they'd ever seen.
Wow. Okay.
But my boyfriend said I really need to get help because he was really worried about me.
Okay. So your boyfriend is one of the reasons that you're here?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you want to be here?
Yeah, but I don't know if you can help me.
All right.
I need help with my situation, but I don't mean to be rude. I just don't know if you're the person that can help me.
Right. Well, sometimes it's not always the greatest match, and if either one of us is in a position where we really feel like it's not a good match, then we'll definitely look to find some sort of referral or some other situation that would be better for you.
Okay.
But we'll start, and we'll try and do our best, and I will see what I can do to help you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else regarding the situation at school that you want me to know?
Well, people laugh when I say this, but I think they're watching me.
Okay. Who would be watching you?
The school, my professors, and the administration.
Okay.
So like I said, I was doing really good. I had a 4.0 even in RSU, but I take 22 credits a semester, and it's just killing me.
Okay. What are your grades like right now? You said you had a 4.0 when you started college. Okay.
You see, that's the deal. Is I got a B. And
just one B?
Yeah, on a paper that I did.
Okay.
And I still got an A in the class, but when I got the B, my professor said he was really surprised that I got a B because I'd always gotten A's. And I think he was really disappointed in me.
Okay.
And now I think he thinks I'm going to fail.
Did he say that, or are you basing that off of maybe the inflection in his voice? Did his tone sound disappointed?
Well, I think it's because he was so surprised that I got a B.
He was so surprised.
He says, Rebecca, you always get A's and you got a B this time.
Okay.
And and so now, I'm trying to, I'm so worried that you have to have really good grades in RSU. I mean,
Sure,
rocket
yeah.
scientists,
Exactly, yeah.
So I know I have to have really good grades.
Yeah.
And even Georgie's worried about me, see? So,
Yeah.
um, um, but I think that they're afraid I'm going to flunk out. So, like, I went to the mall and I had to buy my mother a birthday present. And I saw one of my professors there. But I think she was there following me and watching me,
Okay.
thinking that I probably should have been home studying and wondering why I wasn't.
Okay.
Um, and I think like maybe they've tapped into my computer and are checking my school files.
Okay.
I bought extra heavy duty virus software, whatever that stuff is.
Okay.
They that would help, but it didn't help. So now I'm saving for one of those fancy firewalls to put on my computer to try to keep them out of my computer that way.
Okay. Who else do you think might be watching or observing or following?
Well, I think they're paying the neighbor kids to keep an eye on me.
Okay.
They play ball a lot across the street,
Okay.
at least recently, and so like a lot of times the ball comes over in my yard, and I think they do that on purpose so they can look in the windows and see if I'm studying.
Okay.
A week or so ago, I was out in my front yard and I was watering the flowers, and the ball come over, and so a couple of the kids come over to get the ball, and the oldest boy said he was surprised to see me out in the yard, and I'm like, well, why? I'm just watering the flowers. He goes, yeah, but you're always doing homework. Shouldn't you be doing homework? And I'm thinking that they're probably paying the kids somehow to keep an eye on me,
Okay.
to see if I'm studying.
All right. Is there anything else regarding this sense of being followed or people watching you? Is there anything else about that that you need me to know?
Um, I think sometimes sometimes I get up in the middle of the night to see if they're peeking in.
Okay.
And I check my computer.
So this is keeping you up at night?
Not every night, but sometimes, sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and study because I'm afraid they're watching, and then maybe if they're watching, if they see that I'm studying, then, maybe they'll know I'm doing everything I can do to keep my
Right.
grades up, and I
Right.
don't want to fail. My boyfriend's beginning to think that I'm crazy though, and
Okay.
I don't think I'm crazy. I think they're watching me, and I think they're afraid I'm going to fail, and now I'm afraid I'm going to fail, and that B I got really scared me.
Do you know what your current GPA is?
Well, 4.0.
So you do have a 4.0
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Okay. So a 4.0 does not mean failure, does it?
Well, no, but I got that
Okay.
B,
Okay.
and I'm really concerned that.
Are you expected to get a GPA any higher than 4.0, or is that the maximum?
That's
the maximum.
That's best I can do.
Okay, perfect. All right. So what I want to do is there's a few questions that I'd like to ask you. So just bear with me. What I'm going to do is sort of describe some things, and I just want you to respond whether or not you're having some of these experiences. Okay. So are you seeing, are you hearing, or are you feeling anything that's not there? Like, are you hearing voices and maybe you turn around and no one's there? Are you seeing people that aren't there that are possibly disappearing? Anything like that?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Give me just a second to turn my page here. Do you believe that you maybe have any irrational beliefs or ideas that seem unusual or out of place? Have you noticed anything like that in your thoughts?
Well, I know my friends and my boyfriend would answer yes to that.
Okay.
I don't know if I believe that or not, though, because I think they just don't get it. I think they just don't realize that they're watching me and spying on me.
Okay. That's good to know. And I really appreciate you giving me the feedback of your friends and boyfriend or any family. Anything that you think they're saying to you that's concerning to you, definitely feel free to share that with me. Okay. Are you experiencing any extreme sadness, any really low moods? Like, do you ever feel like there's a dark cloud hanging over your head?
No, not really. I mean, of course, this whole getting followed thing is kind of, affects my mood sometimes, but I don't feel down in that sense.
Okay. And I'm sorry, going back to the previous question about the irrational beliefs, how often would you say, you said your friends and your boyfriend would say, yeah, you're having some irrational beliefs. If you had to gauge the frequency of that, would you say that's happening like a few times a day or a few times a week or just a couple times a month?
So how often they say that to me?
Yeah.
Or how often they're following me?
How often your friends are noticing that from you, and then how often you think that you're being followed?
Well,
or watched or whatever.
Well, it started when I got that B, so that was about 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
But at first, when I said things to friends, they just kind of laugh it off or say whatever.
But now they're starting to take it more seriously.
Right. So now, I mean, it's like pretty much every day somebody I know is telling me that I'm nuts.
All right. And when you are thinking that maybe someone's following you or observing you, how long does that last for you? Like, does that just last a few minutes and then you move on?
Well, no, it's pretty much all the time.
Okay.
I feel like that if they're either always potentially watching, or if they're not watching right now, they will be any minute. I mean, it felt like they were watching me come here, or that they somehow know I'm here and they know I'm here instead of studying.
Okay. Are you feeling edgy, nervous, scared, or jittery for what you think may be no apparent reason? Or do you have any of that associated with the feeling of being watched and followed?
Yeah, I definitely feel some of those things, but it's because, it's kind of creepy to have somebody watching me all the time.
So what's the thing that triggers when you're having the anxiety? Is it the feeling of being watched? Is that what triggers it for you, or is it anything else?
It's kind of like anytime I have homework, which is 22 credits, rocket science schools, pretty much all the time.
All the time.
But if I spend the day really working on my homework, then I don't feel like they're watching as close maybe that night because they saw I was doing homework all day long, so they're not worried about it. So I think they give me a night off.
So maybe when you're not doing homework, like you're watering the garden,
then they're probably watching because they're figuring I should be doing homework. When's she going to be doing her homework? She knows she has homework to do,
Right.
So yeah.
That sounds like a lot of pressure, 22 credits.
Yeah. When I'm at the mall, shopping for my mom, which was important, I had to get her a gift. But I'm sure they were on me about why is she here? She's at the frickin' mall. She should be doing her homework.
Okay. I understand. That sounds difficult. Do you have sudden fear with strong physical side effects for no apparent reason, like a racing heart, or you feel like you can't breathe, or sweating profusely? Okay. Do you have long stretches of time where you can go and go with no sleep and you feel super focused and super energetic? And I'm talking about like more than 24 hours of kind of constant activity.
No, because you want to get up in the middle of the night to do homework. It's like I'd still rather be sleeping. I just feel guilty for not having my homework done.
All right. So are you sleeping okay at night?
I was doing really good with the sleeping. More recently, like for the last, week or two, I wake up middle of the night and got to go do homework because I know they're watching, or I have to go check the computer and see if they've been messing with my stuff or peek out the windows.
So you're waking up sometimes at night to do homework so you can kind of relieve that feeling that if you're doing homework that they're going to know you're doing the right thing. Okay, yeah. I understand. Do you have any continuous thought that you can't control that frightens you or perplexes you or that makes you feel agitated, like a thought that just keeps coming in your mind that you can't let go of?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you do any behaviors or physical acts, any type of rituals that you feel you must perform and you cannot stop yourself from doing? Like some people wash their hands a lot. Anything like that?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Your really intense focus on your homework, I can certainly understand given the school situation that you're in. Do you feel like your focus on your homework is obsessive in any way? Like you're thinking about that all the time? And I'm asking your opinion or your take on
Right.
yourself.
Well, I don't think it's, I don't know. I have a lot of homework. There's no doubt about it. So if I don't focus on getting it done, then I'm never going to get through school. So, but I don't think it's necessarily obsessive for the amount of, it's not like I have 2 hours worth of homework to do and I spend 6 hours doing it.
Okay.
So, but I do feel obsessed, I guess, in the sense of needing to get it done. So I need to get it done so I can get through school, but I also need to get it done so they'll leave me alone.
Got it. Okay, I understand. So homework is kind of a pressure release for you. It gives you a break from that. Okay, sense of being watched. Do you ever have any experiences where you don't feel real, like you're detached from your own body, your mind, or even your surroundings? Okay. So here's one. Are you experiencing any strong feelings of mistrusting others or strong suspicions about the behaviors of others, like what you've been describing?
Well, yeah, because, you know, I mean, I get that they want me to do well in school, but it doesn't feel right that they should come and watch me.
So do you feel suspicious about what you think's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Are you so aware of your surroundings that you continually survey your environment, or that you make what would be called like a threat assessment? Do you experience like startle responses if you hear a noise? Does it make you jump up in your seat? Anything like that?
I mean, not in the sense that I feel unsafe. I just feel watched.
Okay, I understand. What kind of anger are you experiencing? Do you think it's anything that's extreme? Like, do you see red? Do you ever throw things around, scream and yell? No. Okay. Do you ever think about death and dying? And I'm not asking about suicidal thoughts, but I'm just asking, do you ponder death and dying at all?
I don't think any more than the average person does. And occasionally we think about those kind of things.
Sure, absolutely. That's normal. And do you have any thoughts about harming yourself in any way or harming anybody else? No? All right. And have you utilized any prescribed drugs, illegal or illicit drugs, or alcohol to deal with your stress, to escape your problems, or to help you relax?
Well, once in a while I have a drink, but
Okay.
But I mean, maybe once or twice a week, you know, a glass of wine or something like that.
Okay.
But I don't take any
So
medications or
no marijuana use, heroin, illegal drugs, prescription on a regular basis. Okay. And I just want you to know, if that was going on, there's no judgment here.
No, sure, appreciate that.
Sure. Let's see.
I just don't have time. I mean, you know, I'm too busy with school to, you know.
I think we need to pause.
Yay.
Where's the pause? Oh, there it is.